I'm Rodin. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the intuitive astrology reading for August 1st to August 7th. Today is actually the new moon in Leo. So for those of you who are watching on Patreon, happy new moon Leo. I'm really hoping that recording this with the internet I have today is going to go fine because I don't have a lot of time to like download and paste and upload all that stuff. Also the lighting, don't mind the lighting. Today's the first day of my retreat that I'm co-hosting, and it's so exciting, which is also I'm wearing a hoodie because I've been getting a lot of energy and preparation. So anyway, just a little explanation as to why the background's different. I'm out of town and I'm doing stuff. So the way this works, those of you who are new, what was that? For those of you who are new, I go over the astrology of the week, and then I go ahead and I do channelings and I pull cards. Now, I've been incorporating going over each sign after doing a collective message, but I don't have time today. So I'm just going to be doing the collective message in relation to the astrology, okay? Once I am back in my routine, I'll be back in my routine, and I've got my notes here. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, the energy leading up to the week that I am talking about, so potent and palpable and fiery, and gives us so much like passion and confidence and desire and just like such a gung-ho kind of energy. And it is the beginning of the Lionsgate portal. And of course, everybody focuses on 8/8, which is an important day. And so this energy is building up to 8/8, right? But with this week, we have some difficult challenges coming in towards the end, but it's not like a terrible thing. It's not a terrible thing. A lot of the energies that are coming in are really just supporting us being really creative at this time, supporting us being creative, being social, really being in like the underbelly of our desires and our emotions and running with that. And also there is definitely some Chiron stuff, some shadowy stuff, but it's not a bad thing. It's really to get us to see what our greatest strengths are from looking at our own wounding. Because a lot of times, like, and this is going to be the case for this week and the week prior, which is the week we are in as I'm recording, confusing. Anyway, that some of our wounding around our identity, our sense of self, and how we have been relating to ourselves with other people and how we see ourselves in the world, what we think we can do, what we think we're capable of. A lot of times the things we've been shamed for tend to be the things that we actually have a really good grasp on or actually have a skill set in, and it's just really strong. And it can be really intimidating towards other people. Too much light, right? And so we develop wounds around that. And so there's been that theme going on, and that's definitely going to be under the new moon Leo, and that will definitely be coming into the week that I'm talking about, the first week of August, okay? So that's still present. And especially towards the end of the week, it starts to get really emotional, okay? But just know that whatever's coming up, whatever like unpleasant emotions, paranoia, insecurity, like it's just to show you, it's like a red flag of like, hey, look over here. There's something you don't really understand about yourself. Or there's something you're not that don't understand, like you're misunderstanding, I think that's a better word, distorting about yourself, about what your greatest strengths are. And also what your innate gifts actually are. So it's a really good thing. And all of this is to move us closer into oneness, the law of one. Very big theme under the new moon Leo, very, very big theme for this particular Lionsgate. It already correlates with Lionsgate. It's a whole other explanation, a whole other video. But it's really, really strong with the astrology this time around. So that being said, let's dive in. So in the beginning of the week, some of the aspects we have, like I said, still very much present under the new moon Leo. We have Mars, Venus, Uranus, the North Node, and Chiron all working together. All these energies are really helping us with this idea of oneness, the law of one, the rainbow bridge that I was talking about in the previous time. I don't know how long I've been talking about it for. Time's a funny thing. I don't feel like I want to go over every single aspect because it's a lot, but essentially the North Node in Taurus is at 18 degrees. It's conjunct Mars in Taurus, 18 degrees. It's conjunct Uranus in Taurus, 18 degrees. That's going to be exact on the 31st of July, but it's still super strong the entire week that we are focusing on now. The North Node is also working with Venus in a sextile, and it's not as strong as Mars and Uranus, but strong enough. Like Venus is going to be at 17 degrees Cancer, while the North Node is at 18, and Uranus is at 18, and Mars is at 18. So it's still really strong. Chiron is also working with Mars and Uranus in the same similar capacity. It's creating semi-sextiles, which as an aspect, semi-sextiles help with bridging aspects to one another, helping to, like, if you have one difficult aspect and another aspect going on, it helps to bridge the two. And typically you can see that in like triangles when you're looking at charts. But anyway, too much information for some people who are not too into astrology. But Chiron is acting as the bridge support for Mars and Uranus in relation to the North Node. The North Node is all about getting us to a new path, a new direction, to set up, especially in Taurus energy, to set up new values and new foundations, new belief systems around money, around resources, how we really create the physical container of our lives, like housing, food, like our environment. You understand what I'm saying, right? So Mars and Uranus are really activating us to make some serious changes there, but in a really confident, positive way. Now, as it's working with Chiron, the bridge part that Chiron is helping with is in relation to our wounding, because Chiron is like the wounded warrior energy, right? Wounded self. In Aries, it's about the wounded identity, wounded ego, even if you want to go there. It's positive though. Like I was saying before, it's getting us to see some of our deepest wounds and shames and guilts we have. I actually just said the word perversions, which is an interesting word to use, interesting word to come up there, is helping us to see how those really are our greatest strengths, and how we can use those to bridge forward into these new directions. You could even say into New Earth if you want to go that far, because that's definitely a theme that's going on here, okay? Now, the way that Venus is playing a role into this, Venus is also aspecting Uranus and Mars and the North Node and Chiron, all of them. So relationships are going to play a huge role into this. Mars sextile Venus, really great balancing out of our own masculine, feminine, also really helping us to move more towards oneness, like seeing ourselves as whole and complete, right? This aspect, Mars and Venus, will be exact on the 2nd of August. It's a really nice aspect to have. I look at it as very magical when like Mars and Venus are working together in such a harmonious way, because it's really great for our own sense of balance and equilibrium. It's also really great if you want to like go and achieve something, but you still have that balance of the Venus component of like having inspiration and creativity and taking care of yourself and that sort of vibe. It's amazing for relationships of all kinds, like not just romantic. It can even be for work, family, friends, where you can actually have this really nice reciprocity and understanding of each other, right? So it's really positive that we're having that all this week. It's really helping us a lot, and it's really helping us under the new moon Leo. Yes. Is there anything else I want to talk about with that? Activating relationships. Thank you. They give me reminders all the time. A lot of activating relationships happening this week because Venus is still aspecting Uranus at the beginning. Not so much towards the end. In the beginning, we still have that. But relationships play a role too in the end. So relationships playing a huge role this whole week. But anyway, a lot of activating relationships. And what I mean by that is meeting people who will catalyze you into a new way of thinking or being or existing, or suddenly there's a big shift or shakeup in your current relationships to really put you in a state of seeing yourself as whole and complete, seeing who you really truly are underneath all the distorted nonsense, right? Or perversions, if you will, and to get you set up for success. Like this whole Lionsgate period, all of Leo season is to get all of us to be set up for success. Like it really, really is. It's a free will choice. And if you're not ready for that, that's totally fine, because it does take change. It takes changes in your physical reality. It takes changes within the self. And sometimes that's hard if you're not ready for that. And that's fine if you're not. There's gonna be another window of opportunity at some point. I do think this particular Lionsgate though, and especially this particular just Leo season, I mean, this particular year, I mean, everything, right? It's massive for change. It's pivotal for change that sets you up for the long term, because we are working with Taurus energy, like in the North Node, right? So that's like everything we're learning right now and how we're setting up new things. Long-term security, long-term stability. So if you're gonna do any major changes to yourself or your life, this would be the year to do it. I would think. Oh my, I've had crazy eye twitching too leading up to this retreat. It's been making me crazy. It's just my left eye. And it's not just a little bit. It's like, I don't know if you guys can see it. You see that? Yeah, it's like constant. Anyway, moving on. This is all the beginning of the week. We also have the sun working with Jupiter, and they're both in fire. Okay, they're both in fire energy. Jupiter is now retrograding. Now, the way that I've been seeing Jupiter retrograde in Aries is like this internal flame is like building. It's building and it's culminating and it's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And when Jupiter goes direct, it will have a big release. Now, not to say you can't use that fire now, right? So we're going to have it with Jupiter going retrograde for the entire time it's going retrograde. I don't remember when it goes direct. I want to say sometime in fall. I could be wrong. But anyway, coming back. You can still harness this building fire you have. It just might not be like as big and grand as Jupiter normally is. But as Jupiter is working with the sun in this capacity, it's like illumination galore. Okay, illumination and clarity galore of your own desires, of who you are, of yourself, of your gifts, and how you can really show up with other people in the world. This is about big spotlight energy. Okay, a lot of creative energy obviously to go along with that. But as your fire is building, there are going to be aspects too that happen, and one's coming up at the end of the week, that are going to challenge that and make it a little difficult. You might feel really restless, frustrated, irritated. Have your outlets, your creative outlets, your workouts, whatever they are. Just know this building flame, you can tap into it anytime you want to. Okay. Moving on for the rest of the week. So big bang starting off the week, right? And then we hit this midpoint in the middle of the week, like about the 4th, around the 4th, where Venus and Mars are both working with Juno, the asteroid, and they're exact on the same day at 20 degrees. Juno's in Pisces, Venus is in Cancer, Mars is in Taurus. This is a big stirring up, okay? Big stirring of the pot of passion, of motivation, of desire, of love, of creativity, of compassion. It's like, think of it like a big ass fireball, if you will. This will definitely manifest in relationships, especially new relationships. So be mindful if you're meeting, Jesus, my eye. Be mindful if you're meeting anybody during this time. Not to say that a fling can't turn into something long-term. The potential is always there. Again, free will choice, right? But it can burn out really fast with this kind of like heat and intensity. So use that particular time in these kinds of relationships to be inspired. Okay, to be inspired, use it as an outlet, use it for fun, use it for enlightenment, if you will. I would say try not to get attached to anybody too closely, because this is a very like activating time. Again, not to say they won't stick around long term, because we have a lot of this North Node energy, but everyone's situation is going to be different. So in an unattached way, enjoy. Enjoy, be inspired, do you, okay? Now we start to approach the end of the week, where I was talking about some difficult aspects are going to be coming in, okay? I'll list all of them for those who are interested, because some of you guys I know are hardcore astrology peeps and some of you guys are not. So for those who are, Mars is going to be square Saturn all this week, but it's going to be the strongest on Sunday, all right? Venus is going to be trine Neptune. Venus is also going to be opposing Pluto, which is strongest the following week on the 9th. Chiron will also be trine the Sun. And Pallas Athena in Gemini will also be sextile the Sun. So what does all this mean, right? First of all, that Mars square Saturn, you might feel like you hit a wall with work. Like, that's what I was getting with that. Like, woo, like hitting the brakes. And it might be really frustrating because you got all this fire and you're like, wait, I thought we were progressing. I thought we were moving and grooving. I thought we were doing stuff. And you are, but this is like, we start to hit this point where there's going to be some shadow coming up. There's going to be some reflection coming up and a lot of inspiration, creativity, cultivating that. Like, and it might even start to create a time of rest. That's starting to come up. Where you might need to just rest and kind of marinate on everything that you've been inspired to do and everything that's happening. So if you need to rest. But with Mars square Saturn, yeah, we could feel like the world or people are getting in our way. We could feel like we're trying really hard to push forward and have progress and start new. And it's like, nope, not time. Like, it's going to feel a little bit like everyone or everything's telling you to like, nope, it's not time yet. And that's okay. That's okay. It's a time to maintain what you have while ruminating and feeling and brewing the new. Okay, think of it like that. I really wouldn't fight this energy. I would really recommend not fighting this energy, especially if it's like manifesting within like your work relationships or bosses or mentors. Like I'd really be cautious there. Okay. Now Venus in Cancer, working with Pluto and Neptune. In opposition to Pluto too, which is like not great. And that will also be present on 8-8, just so you guys know. That's going to be present on 8-8 because it's literally peaking on 8-9. Venus opposing Pluto. Actually, let me talk about Venus with Neptune first. Venus trine Neptune is super romantic. It's a super romantic, dreamy, compassionate, open, optimistic energy, which I think is beautiful. I think that's great. Let that inspire you. You're also going to be getting a lot of downloads. A lot of downloads are coming in for people because again, this is also happening during Lionsgate, right? So again, be inspired. Just be inspired, and just flow with it. All right. When Venus starts to oppose Pluto, those new relationships and even existing relationships might start to really trigger you into some like really intense, overwhelming emotions. Again, that could be very shadowy, like jealousy, insecurity, can't think of any other ones, anger, frustration, whatever. But I feel like it's really more about like, what's the word I'm saying? Like internal, not external. Like shadowy, reflective emotions, not external, like raw emotions. Like internal, like emotions. This is the best way to explain that. A lot of clarity can come in here though about why you're feeling this way and like where the source of this is coming from. Again, coming back to this whole wounding stuff, right? That we're dealing with. Let that give you clarity so you can move past it, let it go and grow and all that stuff. Okay. The sun. That's right, Chiron. The fact that Chiron is trying the sun in Leo, right? And Chiron's in Aries. While this Venus-Pluto stuff is going on, I think this is also a great opportunity to kind of capitalize on that same energy I've been talking about where, yeah, you're dealing with these like insecurities and programming and all this stuff, but Chiron trine the sun is going to give you the gift of illuminating your gifts in the process. And again, around what you've been wounded by. So if you're triggered, fine, let the gift of the trigger show you how you're special. Okay. Basically, show you how you're special, show you how you're unique, and show you what you're bringing into relationships and what you're bringing into the world. A lot of solar energy is happening too. So keep in mind, oh, excuse me, I just got nasally. During Lionsgate, you might get nauseous. You might have upset tummy because we have a lot of solar plexus energy. Lionsgate, I find, really affects the heart and the solar. I mean, obviously, it's a whole entire system experience, right? And it is also relating to upper chakras as well. But heart-centered energy and then the solar of like, it's the sun. Like, it's the star Sirius. Sirius is like a spiritual sun. It lights up our own inner fire, or like who we truly are on a soul level, which is the chi, right? It's our solar. God, I can talk about this forever, which is supported by the other chakra systems, especially the sacral and the root, which I can go into. It's not important here. But anyway, just keep in mind that these particular centers, the heart and the solar, might be very impacted. And of course, the upper is like what I got going on here. I got really off track there. Anyway, sorry. Can you tell I've been getting a lot of downloads by how fast I'm talking? Pallas Athena. I love that Pallas Athena is working with the sun at the end of the week too, because that is big problem solving energy. But the fact that it's Gemini and Leo with Pallas Athena and the sun, that's also new projects and new contacts and new friendships, right? So while you might be struggling to push forward in some progress in work or goals or what have you, that's okay. There's a lot going on still. You might need a timeout. You might need to reflect on your emotions. You might need to actually just start like talking to people and start really bringing to life some of these newer directions before you physically do it. Okay. Okay. Now, the signs and degrees for where this could be affecting people. You know what? I didn't make proper notes for this. Hold on. Let me do them right now. What do we have here? All right. So yeah, lots of Taurus. Taurus is like that 18 degree point though. 18 to 25. Cancer, I'd say the same. No, Cancer, I'd say 20 to 25. Make it 18, okay. Make it 18. Talking to my guides. God, Aries and Leo. The fire signs, man. You guys are going to feel this. I mean, everyone's going to feel this because this is like such an intense collective time, but fire signs, earth signs, God, water signs. I think air signs are the ones you guys are like not really present here. Okay, so first of all, Taurus is where we're going to have all this activation kind of go down with like new directions and changes in relationships and having motivations to change our way of living, like the physical structures of our lives, right? So I would look to, okay, fine. Sorry, talking to my guides. 18 to 25 degrees. It's an awkward range, which is why I feel hesitant to give it, but that's what they're telling me. So I'm just relaying that to you. Okay. Yeah, 18 to 25 degrees. Now, Cancer, the same range. Cancer, 18 to 25 degrees. Cancer is going to be also really interesting because there's going to be some shadowy stuff coming up in your house of Cancer, but it is for the further integration of wholeness and oneness in relation to the law of one, of bringing yourself into that state of understanding and seeing yourself that way. So yes, Cancer, the house of Cancer, it's going to be shadowy. And it's going to be an emotional reaction to these changes that are happening, that you're confronted with, that need to happen. And you might even have like new people into your life through the house of Taurus and the house of Cancer. So be mindful of that. But it's where you're also going to have a lot of healing and soothing. And where, again, you're moving into that integration. Aries. Aries is really idling at 16. Okay, Aries, I'm going to say 15 to 20 degrees. This is going to be the source of your wounding, like the context of your wounding, like where you get the most triggered in your life with some of the stuff that's coming up here. But it's also where you're going to realize you have your greatest gift too. Okay, Aries. Whew. Downloads for days. What else? Saturn's really yelling at me. I mean, it's just one aspect. That's why I'm like, meh. So towards the end of the week, the Mars square Saturn, right, where I was saying you might feel like you're hitting a brick wall, it's going to happen in the house of Aquarius, most likely. I would say 20 to 25 degrees. It's sitting at 22. Just to let you know, it's sitting at 22. But all of a sudden I'm getting really hot. Aquarius, 20 to 25 degrees is where you might feel like you're hitting a brick wall when it comes to things you've already been trying to pursue, or you're trying to keep moving forward and keep growing. I feel old stuff there though too. So for some of you guys, it might be like stuff you actually might need to kind of put away for a while, but you've been in denial about needing to do that. That's just coming up. I'm sorry. It's just coming up. I just got to call a spade a spade. Leo is support system. Leo is support. Hold on, where does the sun start? The sun starts at 9 degrees. 10 to 15 for Leo. With Leo, because it is like new moon Leo energy that we're still under, definitely pay attention to it, but Taurus and Cancer and Aries are like, they're the biggest driving forces here. I feel like Leo is really seriously just like the support of illumination, the support of the sun. The support of the sun. Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at Leo in this, and the way I'm seeing it, my mind's eye is like, I'm just seeing like a ball of supportive gold light is honestly how I'm just seeing it. So you might just feel really supported by that house. You might just feel really good about that house for whatever reason. So for example, for me personally, that's my second house. So I might feel really supported by the current foundation I have of my life, by my current financial situation I have in my life, by like little daily pleasures. Like that might be just very grounding for me and really just help me facilitate staying in a grounded space, right? So just equate that to wherever your personal houses are, okay? Excuse me. Okay. All right. That is all the astrology. Cards. Shall we do cards? I think we should do cards. All right. What decks did I bring? Sorry if like my deck choices were a little odd, but that's okay. It probably happened for a reason. You know, normally I go with the animal spirit deck. Do I want to do that this time? I'm like, yeah, I'm not really feeling the animal spirit deck. All right, so I'm gonna put that away. I do have Dreams of Gaia. Okay. I just heard go there. I'm going there. Any messages or insights for this week, for the collective? God, I really hope this isn't glitchy. I'm gonna be so sad if it is. Any messages or insights for the collective? August 1st to August 7th. Really, this is what they're telling me. Really try to hold on to your light this week, especially when we get towards the end and then we enter into the following week, like 8/8 to the 14th. Because we have a lot of Pluto energy coming in. And I just feel this challenge of like, my mind's playing tricks on me, my emotions are playing tricks on me, like I'm feeling almost like a devilish like temptation into like a dark place that's distorted. Now again, it's probably to show you something about you, but also holding on to your light, holding on to this like amazing bomb ass gold energy that we've got going on right now, like preceding that is going to help you to stay not just centered, but is really going to help you to stay like rational and to help you to really see truth much easier, discernment essentially, right? I don't know why giants are coming up. That's really weird. I don't know why giants are coming up, but they are. I don't know if you guys are having dreams about giants. That's interesting. For those of you who are really in like in a spiritual phase of your life or an awakening or an ascension or whatever words fit that experience for you, whether you're having dreams of giants or not, I do feel this like coming to an understanding of how powerful you are. We're all powerful, okay? We're all powerful divine beings, limitless beings, like we really are. And so if you like were to get rid of like the vessel, the meat suit, so to speak, you could see how vast and how big you really are outside of this like limited reality. You might see yourself as a giant. There's also a self-worth energy coming in with that of really needing to recognize that sense of power, that sense of capability. Really feel strong Cancer there. Strong Cancer energy. I feel like that's in relation to the Venus aspects. Ooh, yep. Shed it. Shed the veil. 5 of Swords in reverse. Take the mask off. See who you really are. And again, this could manifest towards other people too, of like needing to get past conflict and ego and stuff. But I really feel like this is like, no, you just need to see who you are, what you are, your gifts, that you are whole and complete. Like that's really all I see with that 5 of Air in reverse. Okay. How am I nasally? Ooh. Ugh. Don't be deceived by people. Sorry, something else is coming up with that discernment. I'm really feeling that with Venus and towards the end of the week. You might have people coming back from your past because Pluto sometimes does that. Lazarus digs people up. I feel like a lot of you will not be, but if you're in a really emotional state and you like don't maintain your balance, you could easily fall prey to things you've always fallen prey to before that you really don't need to anymore. Like we've all gone through a lot of growth. This is also a major time for collective growth. Like we're really done with the old paradigm. Like we are. We just need to like start acting like we are, because we really are. You know, it's hard to kind of switch our behavior. You know, we live in such a primitive reality, but it's just the truth. We are done with the old way of doing things, especially the old way of doing relationships. Like, we're done. We're done. So don't be, you know, don't fall prey to these people who might be coming back or saying they've changed or whatever, you know, and not to say people don't change. Just practice your discernment. Any other messages or insights from the collective from this? Oh, this is a lot. Am I taking these? Just 3. I'm taking these guys. What are these 3? Huh. Wow, we literally have Cancer and Taurus. What did I say? That's like the biggest driving forces. Queen of Water, which is Cancer, the King of Earth, which is Taurus, and we have Ace of Pentacles in the middle in reverse. I feel like we've got these last week. Am I imagining things? I swear I've seen this combination before. I swear to God I have. And maybe it was last week, or just, you know, I'm timeline jumping. Anyway. Yeah, again, this is saying that you're whole and complete. With Mars and Venus, like, helping us with this whole moving into oneness under Law of One, under Rainbow Bridge integration, again, whatever words you want to use, it's Cancer and Taurus, okay? It's Cancer and Taurus helping us to bridge that, and here they are helping us to bridge that. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse is implying that we have not been able to see our new directions. We've not been able to see that we are whole and complete. We've not been able to see that there are better ways of doing things, right? Like, as far as taking control in our own lives, I think we all know our lives can be different. I think we all know we can do different things, that the world can be different. But I'm 111 on the stove as I'm saying this. But to actually believe it, right? To believe it enough to actually embody it in the present requires taking off the mask, requires moving past these illusions and distortions and realize it is here and we have it. We just need to embody it and we just need to believe it, okay? And again, you might meet people that might catalyze you into this process, whether they stick around or not. So you might come across as a Queen of Cups, they might come across as a King of Earth or vice versa. But the point is, you have all of this within you. You just need to believe it and embody it and essentially turn it on. All right, moving on. It's kind of like the ultimate mother-father too, which I kind of love, because like when you think of Cancer, she literally is like maternal energy, and Capricorn is typically looked at as father energy, but Taurus is very fatherly to me personally. Like, Taurus energy loves to provide. They love to figure out how to make a nest. What else goes perfect with like maternal energy as opposed to like a masculine energy who wants to make a nest, right? And stay there and maintain it and grow it and protect it. Like, that is all Taurus energy. Yeah, I might start to rethink that. Like, I think Taurus is the ultimate father as opposed to Capricorn. Anyway, moving on. Getting strong Gemini energy now. Any other messages or insights for the collective for August 1st to August 7th? Relationships. I say Gemini and we get the twin card. Literally, we get the twin card, even though it's not Gemini associated. Anyway, the 2 of Fire in reverse. This implies that there's a resistance to relationships. There's a resistance to working with people who are wanting to work with us and wanting to be open to us. This also speaks of not being aware. Hold on a second. Desert. Not being aware of what people are showing you, because there's also a mirroring energy with this card. But again, this is resistance, is being closed off, not being open, not seeing, because you got to take your own mask off first. Okay, overall we have the Heaven and Earth card, which is perfect. This is about being connected and aligned, as above so below, right? Down to grandmother Earth, deep into the core of Gaia, up to the cosmos and heaven, and you being in the very center of that. So beautiful. And then even more beautiful, Two of Water. Relationships. Also, you can look at this as, again, integration of the self, right? Of all sides of you. I do want to note underneath this, we do have integrity in reverse. Ooh. With Queen of Water in reverse, this is that Pluto energy. This is that shadowy, like not confident, catty, a little bit of paranoid energy. Integrity in reverse is like you're not following through with your words. You're not holding yourself to your own standard here, right? So very shadowy energy coming out here. But after this, it's a choice, okay? It's a free will choice to embrace all of who you are and the truth of who you are, and then in relation to other people, you can do the same, or you can choose not to. It's a choice, and I'm not going to judge anybody either way because we all make that choice in our own time. But just be mindful of that integrity card, because like I said, some people might be coming up. Use your discernment as far as their intentions, their real intentions towards you. You will know. Like I really feel like you'll know, unless you're really out of balance and you're really not staying aware and like connected to yourself, okay? Yeah. And as you move into this balanced state, there's gonna be more people who are in a balanced state who want to deal with you. So be open to them as you're moving into this balanced state. It might even just be such a natural process, you might not even have to do it, okay? Let's see what else is coming up here. Yeah, a lot of us here need to really learn how to embody the King of Earth. Need to really see that we are really capable. Like we're capable and we're ready. You just have to try. You just gotta try, and then also see what is getting in the way of your belief. Because clearly something's getting in the way of our belief here. Some of you are going to be really reflecting on partnerships. That's coming up too. Partners in business, partners in life. And I want to say life over love. I really want to say life over love. Some of you have been re-examining the idea of partnership and marriage. I feel like taking the romance out of it, which is good. Oh, hold on a second, guys. Okay, guys. Where was I? Yeah, reevaluating partnerships and marriages and things of that nature, and like soul contracts, seeing them differently, and that's going to help you to see things about yourself differently. Okay. I don't think you guys need anything else. I think that's pretty clear. I think that's pretty clear cut. So I'm actually going to stop it here. Also, my cousin just arrived and he's helping me with my retreat and I gotta go. But I think that was divine timing because really I was coming towards the end anyway. I love you guys. Take care. I hope you guys really enjoyed these messages and I will see you guys very soon. Okay. Bye guys.